Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own clothing items and put your design on any item of clothing that you want. So today specifically, I'm going to be making my Halloween costume because we got Halloween coming up in a couple days, and so I really want to make sure I have the best costume, you know. I'm always one that wants to be something that you can't just buy off the shelf, so I've had to learn how to make my own designs and make my own clothing for these costumes. So of course, here is my costume, little part of it, of course. The part that we printed today. I'm making a sugar-free Red Bull can because it is my favorite drink. But of course, this is the final result, so I'm going to show you guys how we got to this point and how to do it well so it doesn't look like some janky I printed it myself kind of deal. So of course, the supplies you are going to need are garment of choice, transfer paper, scissors, iron, and a printer. First, take just a plain piece of paper and measure it up to your garment to decide how big you want to make your design. Next, using any design software, I like to use Adobe Express because it's free. Make your design and size it to the paper. Download and print your design, making sure to use the photo setting to get the best results on your image while printing. Next, let's take out our transfer paper. So firstly, it comes with our instructions, and this is what we are going to be following to get the best results. Next, it comes with the transfer paper, of course, and then a piece of parchment paper, and you're going to want to keep this parchment paper for all of your designs. Next, just load that transfer paper into your printer, making sure it is facing the right direction, and begin printing your design. This printing process does take some time just because of how saturated it needs to be, but once it is printed, begin cutting out your design. Remembering that any white that you leave around your design will be transferred onto your shirt. This is a mistake I made the first time, so try not to do that. Once you have finished cutting all of your pieces out, line it up on your garment and make sure it is just how you like it. Next step, per the instructions, set your iron to cotton and begin peeling the backs of your design. This is kind of hard to do, especially if you have a smaller design, but once you get it, you just peel off that backing of each piece and place it down onto your shirt. The piece you peel off is not sticky, but just be careful because it can fold onto itself, and you definitely want to watch out for that. Then you're going to want to make sure that your design is centered, and taking your parchment paper and set it right on top, making sure to not move any of those pieces around. Next, take your iron and, per the instructions, going in a snake-like pattern, making sure to really get those edges. You are going to want to do this for 60 seconds to 90 seconds for these larger designs. Smaller designs will only take up to about 30 seconds, but you do want to just really get those corners and those edges, going over everything multiple times, making sure that it is not going to slide around once you remove that parchment paper. Once you have thoroughly ironed everything, you can remove that parchment paper and admire your design. Overall, I'm so happy with how this turned out, and the transfer paper I use is from Michaels, but you can really get it anywhere. I specifically got a stretchy ones because I knew my fabrics were going to be stretchy and on a darker fabric, so depending on what color your garment is what transfer paper you're going to want to get. I know this process is kind of a lengthy and tedious process, and you do need some higher tech equipment with the iron and the printer, but I know almost everybody's parents have these, so if you're in college and you don't have it and you need to go and borrow someone's, it's super easy to just go borrow their equipment for the time being. I know there's a lot of places also that will print out on the transfer paper for you. You'll just have to pay like a little bit, but totally worth it if you are unable to find your costume in store. This was honestly such a great experience, and I'm excited I have a skill now that I can go and print on whatever I want. So here's that final result again, and have fun on Halloween or whatever your plans are to do with your new shirt and your new clothes.